we're now going to move over to OceanGate, led by James Lee and Mono. And I just want to make sure that everybody is aware that we have 3 guests. Actually, we have 4 guests tonight, 2 of them from OceanGate and 2 of them from Microsoft. So Jim and Becky are from Microsoft, from the HoloLens group, and they introduced us to OceanGate, which is Luke and Christian. Christian's in yellow. He's in the 4th row. Go ahead and welcome our guests, and then James and Mono, go ahead and take it over.
Mono, do you think you can share your screen? Because I won't be inside the submarine.
No problem. And as Nicholas said, if you all want to join Second Life and watch it, in real life, then you're welcome. If you're not, don't worry about it. We're going to be sharing screen. At least I will be, and I'll do it right now.
So in case anybody needs to identify me, I'm standing right in front of the entrance sign where you will spawn in at Christopher M's link, and my name is Tilly N in game. So the company that we're covering today is called OceanGate, and they are a local Seattle company that makes submersibles. We did a replica of their submersible called the Cyclops 1, which is kind of like a mini submarine. It can go up to 500 meters in depth. And we have Luke here, who's the VP of Sales and Business Development for the company. And yeah, we're going to have Ran and Mono get airlifted in the submarine, and if you follow on Sokoko, you can watch them do that. Other submarines historically have been pretty difficult to utilize them for most applications because they're pretty expensive. Usually they can end up being about $60,000 a day or more in costs, partially because they are super heavy. You need a lot of equipment to get them in the water and out of the water. You need a whole ship to go along with them. And what OceanGate is doing is making much more lightweight submarines or submersibles that are made with a carbon fiber hull, which is very, very light. And they have this thing called the Mobile Subsea Launch and Recovery System, which like send their submarines out without the use of a large ship. Luke, did you want to jump in at any point and speak a little bit about the company, or maybe later you might want to do that?
I guess that we have a couple of markets: adventure, exploration, oil and gas, and Department of Defense. Those are our primary markets, and it's essentially in these markets. We're a service company as opposed to a manufacturer, so we essentially work with clients to help them inspect, observe, and explore what they need to do to meet their mission objectives.
Awesome. Thank you, Luke. So, Mono, are we getting those submarines in the water? Or?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, we can start in progress. And Ren, I would like you to join me on my tour, or James, Luke. You're all welcome. We have 3 seats. But first, let me explain how our team managed to build the OceanGate's submersible. It was quite a challenge because, as now we know, after our midterm, Second Life scripts can only work with 31 prims linked together. It was quite difficult to make a 31 prim submarine because I wanted to include all the details and everything that OceanGate put into that submersible, and I really wanted to show, I really wanted to replicate the exactly same thing. So I cheated a little bit. I made a skeleton first. These are all the frames that includes scripts, animations, and particle effects. And this is also how it works. The second thing that I did is I made a clothing. It might sound a little bit funny, but this is how I managed to cheat around. So I'm going to be putting everything else on my body. Let's see, stomach. Okay, perfect. James, thank you. All right, and I wanted to do cool, and it's going to take a few minutes, but what I've tried to do is usually OceanGate puts their submersible using cranes or a trailer. What I wanted to do is kind of represent the same thing, but with the quadcopter that I made for my midterm. So, Nicole, if you want to take over a little bit, because I'm going to jump onto the second computer and try to put the submersible into the water using a quadcopter. And I can't really talk during that process.
So just to go over some of the things that we're going to do on this presentation a little bit. So Luke touched on this a little bit, some of the things they can do with these submersibles. Since they're a lot smaller than other submersibles on the market, especially like some of the really big ones used by the military, and they're also untethered and don't need a ship, they can do a lot of things that maybe you can't do with a traditional like huge submarine or something. Does anybody on Sukoko want to comment and say like some tasks that you think you might be able to do with a small submersible like this? Just ideas in chat. So yeah. So some people are saying rift exploration, coral inspection, platform inspection, repair, touring the Puget Sound for pollution causes, continental shelf viewing, and these are all really great ideas. Yeah, so basically because these are so small, they can get into areas that traditional submersibles might not be able to, and they are used for site survey, inspection, research, data collection. They're great for the areas that they can go, which maybe traditionally you wouldn't be able to with a submersible. And because of like how agile they are and just like the way they're built, they're also really great to test new technologies that are used for undersea exploration. So today on our tour, we're gonna. Oh, and by the way, if you're not watching Sukoko right now, now is the time to click on the slides where I'm watching as they take the submersible into the water using a helicopter. So anyway, yeah. So today we're going to emulate some of those tasks by taking some people, the heads of each group, on a scavenger hunt, and we're also going to be stopping a really dangerous gas leak, which is in this beautiful water here.
Thank you again, Ren and Shannon, for working with us. Helping us create this this ocean that we have for our class, and I really appreciate everything that you all did for the project.
So right now, everybody that's on Sukoko can only watch because for the purposes of this presentation, we couldn't put everybody in a submarine, but later on, after the presentation's over, we're going to put one here that anybody can come by later and use and explore our scavenger hunt if you didn't get a chance to take part in it today. So just throwing that out there. You should come check it out later and try the submarine. Mano, do you want to go over the controls real quick?
Of course, yes, no problem. So the controls are quite simple. It's quite like driving a car, except you also have to worry about submerging and uh, going up and down pretty much. But the controls are W, go forward. The speed is incremented by 10%. So if you click W twice, then you're gonna go 20% of the speed. If you click 4 times, then you're gonna get 40% of the speed that the submarine can offer. D and A is turning left and right. S is deaccelerates the submarine. What's unique about this is you can also go up and down using the E and C keys. I included an explanation, which is right next to the submarine that we're gonna sell, and of course everyone can have it for free because we're so nice, and you guys can play with it after our presentation. But it will be explained on a note card. All right. So if you all follow my screen, you can see all the details and underwater activities and formations and volcanoes and skeleton of a whale and fishes, and it's just really it's amazing that in Second Life can represent almost real life so well. But one of the activities that we really want to emphasize is underwater pipes. They are extremely fragile and they can break at the most unconventional time. We really wanted to represent this, and we wanted to show a way that we can stop a pipe leak under the ocean, which you can see it right in front of me. On the left, there's unfortunately a pipe leaking, and in order to stop the leak, you have to pull a lever, that's why I included sort of like an arm for the Cyclops one, and this way we can try and try to stop the leak.
And this is a great example of the kind of maneuvering that could be done with the real-world submersible, and this is also like showing why it's really great sometimes to have virtual environments that can emulate complicated real-world tasks, because if this were even more realistic than Second Life can be, it would be great for training purposes for people who do something like this and not cause more damage, or just make sure that they can really get it right when money is being spent on a mission. Like, you just need to be really precise, and in the real world there are like super extreme risks for this kind of thing. Navigation is important in the real world even more than it is here, because there's like, time is of the essence, there's risks.
It's making some progress. No, it's okay. Yeah. I'm making some progress. It just takes. There you go. It's just like in real time. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
But there it is.
All right. So he's turning off that gas valve and saving all of these poor creatures, which you will soon encounter. And watch this. There are a few people that we've selected to participate in the scavenger hunt, which is going to be coming up next. So I'm going to name the people, and if you don't, for some reason, want to be a part of this, or for some reason, just let us know real quick and we can select someone else from your group.
All right, looks like we stopped the leak. As you can also see right here, we just found out an old shipwreck, which is a really unique feature of Cyclops 1 too. On board the Cyclops 1, there's a sensor called Blue View, as I can show it to you right here. Promotion, yay. But this sensor enables OceanGate to find underwater wreckages such as warplanes, warships, or any kind of structures that that the underwater can offer and has been long lost, just like this here. But right now, we're gonna be on our way back to the dock, and we can start our next event.
Okay. So just to reiterate, that's now I have Albert, Alex, Kevin, Elizabeth, and Miriam as our participants for the scavenger hunt. And we will be distributing some individual submersibles, and if you come out over here, you'll see this huge sign on the dock here that says Activity Scavenger Hunt. And if you click on the little blue box on the bottom right-hand corner, you'll get a note card saying what you're looking for. So that will be a fishing net, a giant squid, a shark, and a giant pearl clam. And as you're looking out for these, I have actually also placed a few treasure chests.
Nicole, do you want to give hints of where the treasure might be found? Just like general
So,
objects.
One general hint that that confused me at first is even though these things say that they're giant compared to like the whale or something, they're, you know, kind of small. So just think about like real life scale. Like a squid is pretty big, but compared to a whale, it might not be as big as you might be expecting when you're looking for it. There is at least one item near the whale, and the whale is easy to see from everywhere. And if you do want to get some of those lintons in the treasure chest, I would say look for areas where something might be to conceal behind something. The squid are actually, there's several squid, so don't look for just one giant one, just kind of see if you can find any squid.
Let's fast forward a little bit past the game, okay?
Sure.
Let the games happen, but because I'm conscious of our guest's time, how would you guys like to get on the other side of the game part? Or would you like to take like wrap it up is what I'm looking for, unless you have something else.
Yeah, I would. This is Christian again. I would just. I can't double up on the praise. Both this press and those I saw from before. Obviously, man, I want to take your class. It seems super. You know, in the I would say in the geophysical space environments, I've seen a lot of them for a long time. You know, since the 90s, we've had different files of objects playing around on topography and trying to come up with some kind of simulation, mostly for work with the Navy and the oil and gas industry. But really, the ability to pull all those pieces together and then leverage video from inside the sub to get the photorealistic pieces that make it the sub look really snazzy. I really different kind of technology. It's very, very exciting to see.
But James, can you give us an idea of what that process looked like?
Oh yeah, yeah, it was really fun. Because we're actually really excited to work on the real world project. So, and yeah, as a project manager, I had a lot of pressure to kind of finish it in time and have everything organized. But everyone in our team did so well. Yeah, we managed to finish, and yeah, and I was the one who actually visited OceanGate, and have a look around the real submersible. It was a really cool experience too, and that really helped us a lot in designing this real virtual submersible. And yeah, thank you for letting us do this project.
Can you identify again who's all in your team? I mean, they laws.
Oh yeah, so we have 9 people in our team. So I'm James Lee, project manager, and Mano, he is in charge of all designing and developing. And Juan is a designer. She designed the undersea side you just saw. And Willie Sangsu is filmographer, and Emily is a storyteller, and Chris is a chat monitor. He chat all the time while we're doing the tour. And Mnet is a scriptwriter, and Justin is a web specialist, and Nicole is tour host. Yep. Thank you all.
Yeah, really big group, and I was so nervous about having such a big group, but it seems like in order to get something done in 2 weeks, you need a big group. So congratulations again on the job, and thank you OceanGate and Microsoft for coming in and playing with us and taking a look around and being a part of the experience. There will be a film. That's the final project that the students have all been working towards, and they will be showing their films next week. And we'll be playing movie critics. Any last words from Ocean, or we're going to take a 15-minute break, but any last words from either of you guys?
This is Nicole from OceanGate, and I just want to say that I want to congratulate Kevin for finding 2 of the treasure chests, and Russell found 1 of them, and there is still 1 out there. So if anybody wants to spend some of the break exploring and one of the personal submersibles, there is still 5 lindens out there for you to find.
Excellent.
And I also thank Ren and Shannon for helping us during the project. It was really great help.
Thank you. Shannon, by the way, has been doing some filming as well because she was also very impressed. So your videographer, take a look at Shannon's stuff too. She might have some really good shots in there. And I took some shots of all of your worlds and put them in the document. I've been doing that more and more as we do our feedback. 49 pages of feedback, people. That's just unreal. We could write a book about this.